Banteay Srei, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful temples in all of Siem Reap's Angkor region. Small in size, yet powerful in the detail to decor, this miniature version of Angkor Wat is simply amazing, especially at sunrise. In the heart of Cambodia, nestled just northeast of the great city of Angkor, lies a masterpiece unlike any other in the Khmer Empire, Banteay Srei, the Citadel of Women, or as many now call it, the Jewel of Angkorian Artistry. Here, stone breathes with grace, and every carving tells a sacred tale, a temple so exquisitely detailed it seems chiseled not by hands, but by divine inspiration. Built in 967 AD and consecrated in devotion to Shiva and Parvati, Banteay Srei is unique among Angkorian temples. Not commissioned by a king, but by two learned Brahmin courtiers, Vishnukumara and Yajnavarpa. It reflects a rare blend of royal refinement and priestly devotion. Yajnavarta, grandson of King Harshavarman I, was more than just a scholar. He was a healer, a sage, a man who aided the sick and the poor, and later the mentor to King Jayavarman V. His legacy is etched into every surface of this temple. Approaching the temple, you first encounter a causeway that draws your eye inward, toward a sanctuary veiled in shadow and serenity. The temple's red sandstone, a medium rare for Khmer temples, glows gold at sunrise and blushes pink at sunset. It's a temple that dances with light, revealing new intricacies with every passing hour. Unlike the grand, towering temples of Angkor Wat or Bayon Temple, Banteay Srei is intimate, miniature in scale, yet monumental in artistry. Three concentric enclosures form the temple's sacred geometry, with moats, libraries, gopuras, and a central sanctuary. The third and outermost enclosure, measuring 95 by 110 meters, once encircled the ancient town of Ishvarapura. It is breached by gates, gopuras, to the east and west. Inside, a moat once mirrored the sky, a symbolic ocean encircling Mount Meru, the cosmic axis of Hindu belief. One of the lost pediments, now in Paris, depicts a tale from the Mahabharata, Sunda and Upasunda, demon brothers locked in a deadly battle over the celestial nymph Tilotama. In their destruction, the celestial harmony is restored. Inside the second enclosure, collapsed galleries and walls whisper of a past where monks and devotees tread barefoot. The surviving gopuras, still adorned with carvings, speak to us in mythic verses. temple, the inner sanctuary rising on a T-shaped platform, modest in height, but soaring in beauty. Entering it is like stepping into a sacred jewel box. Every inch of its brick and sandstone is touched by divine stories, crafted not to intimidate, but to invite. Above the southern library, a scene unfolds on Mount Kailasha, the abode of Shiva and Parvati. Seated in divine embrace, the gods watch as the demon king Ravana, with 10 heads and 20 arms, shakes the very foundation of the mountain. Wise sages, animal-headed deities, and mythic beasts tremble. But Shiva, unmoved, pins the mountain down with a single toe, humbling the demon with gentle might. On the opposite pediment, Kamadeva, god of love, dares to strike Shiva with a flower-tipped arrow. His aim? To spark love between Shiva and Parvati. The result? Shiva's third eye blazes with fury, reducing Kamadeva to ash. But from the ashes, a new spiritual love blossoms, one beyond desire. Elsewhere we see Krishna, the divine avatar of Vishnu, slaying his cruel uncle Kamsa, a symbol of righteousness overcoming tyranny. In another scene, the forest burns. Agni, the fire god, seeks to destroy the serpent king Takshaka. But Indra tries to stop the flames with torrential rain. Krishna and Arjuna, ever the protectors of balance, unleash arrows to shield the fire, divine justice played out in fire, water, and steel. Banteay Srei's lintels, those delicate bands above the doorways, are masterpieces in miniature. Here you will find snarling Kala, the lion-faced devourer of time, Devarapalas, the stoic temple guardians, and elegant Devatas, celestial dancers frozen mid-gesture, welcoming and warning at once. Almost every inch of Banteay Srei is carved, no surface left untouched, no corner left silent. It is the epitome of ornamentation, of sacred storytelling etched in stone. The sanctuary's 3 towers, rising just under 10 meters, feel intimate, almost personal. Protected once by kneeling guardians with animal heads, now mostly replicas, these towers stand not in grandeur, but in grace. Their antefixes and corbelled roofs add an air of delicacy, like flowers carved from flame. Banteay Srei is built from a uniquely hard red sandstone, yet soft enough to be carved with the finesse of woodworking. French archaeologist Maurice Glise once wrote, "The work here relates more closely to the art of the goldsmith and to carving in wood than to sculpture in stone." Thanks to its small scale and durable materials, Banteay Srei remains one of the best preserved temples in all of Angkor. Restoration began as early as the 1930s, and today it continues to shine with timeless elegance. To walk through Banteay Srei is to walk through the dreams of ancient artisans, every carving a prayer, every doorway a threshold to another world. This temple may not have the scale of Angkor Wat, but it possesses something rarer, a sense of intimacy, of quiet reverence, of sacred beauty whispering from every stone. Let your eyes linger on the carvings and your heart open to the stories. For in Banteay Srei, the soul of Khmer artistry lives on.